Yeah, for a minute, let's just talk about the return on investment, and we're going to talk specifically about the value of your education. So, to set this up, here are two elements, both made of carbon, and you have $100 to purchase either one. Obviously, you would pick the diamond and not the lump of coal. Why? Because that $100 that you spent to buy the diamond can return a lot more than $100. And so, therefore, your return on your investment is very positive. As opposed to the lump of coal, your return would be negative because you could not get $100 back after purchasing the coal. So, the question is your education a diamond or a lump of coal? Honestly, it depends. The good news for STEM students is it's generally going to be a diamond, but it's only a diamond if you finish your degree. Otherwise, it's a lump of coal. Okay, so let's just take a look at an example and then I'll explain the results of your ROI. So here's two students go to the same school, paid exactly the same tuition, started the same day, graduated the same day. When you look at the return on investment, the young lady on the left who got a bachelor's degree in computer science, her return on investment is over $900,000. In other words, for the money that she spent to go to college, she will get back over $900,000. Okay, so that's a good, obviously, a very good return on your investment because you're not going to spend anywhere near that kind of money to get the education. Bad news for the anthropology major on the right. He will have a negative return on investment because he will spend 4 years in college, spending a lot of time not employed in another career field where he could be making money. And then he's in for a little bit of a shock when he graduates that he can't get a job, or the kind of job that he gets will be probably low paying because anthropology majors probably have to have PhDs to be employable. And so, therefore, as a purely financial measurement, his return on investment is very, very poor. It's negative. Okay. Now, there are other reasons that you would major in anthropology or music or different majors that may have a negative return, but we're talking purely financial that this would be a negative return. So let's take a look at what you're going to do. Here are both example of two. The top one is the University of South Carolina. If you get into something like electrical engineering, you can see that in this particular chart, the earnings at age 25, so shortly after you graduate, 71,000, give or take. Okay, again, this is a median, so some will be higher, some will be lower. At age 45, which tends to be your peak earning years, somewhere in the neighborhood of $140,000 median. Okay, so good paying job, obviously. Now, the next one, the return ROI, return on investment before completion adjustment, circled in red, is $1,356,353. Okay, so that is the value, the return on the investment of going to the University of South Carolina and majoring in something like electrical engineering. Okay, it's a very, very good rate of return, well over $1 million. The numbers to the right, the one circled in blue and the one circled in green, I want you to just kind of ignore. What they are doing there is they're making adjustments for the number of students that start but don't complete those degrees. And then the other factor is the amount of money cost in having to get the degree. What I want you to focus on, just for ease of understanding, is that first number, the ROI before completion adjustment. If you complete your degree and you work in the field, that is the number you want to focus on. Okay, so 1.3 million. But again, that's if you complete your degree. Let's go down to Midlands Tech. So the bottom part of this, an associate's degree in electrical engineering technology. You can see that earnings at graduation, 74,000. So they may actually start off a little bit higher salary. But the upside is not quite as great. So by age 35, you're around $116,000 to $120,000. A very good salary. for excuse me, for an associate's degree. Now notice the return on investment in red before completion adjustment. Again, because it costs significantly less money to get the degree and it only took 2 years instead of 4 years, then the return on that investment is much higher because you're going to earn a very good salary and spend a lot less money getting it. Okay. And so you can see that many 2-year degrees, technical degrees, have exceptionally good returns on investment. You can see that the numbers to the right with the completion adjustments are very low relative to before the completion adjustment. And that just accounts for the fact that a lot of students don't complete the degree. And so therefore it drives the numbers down. Again, I want you to focus on the red, the value if you complete the degree and you work in that field. Okay, so you're going to do this exercise, do the best you can to match your major with a college, either tech or you can use Carolina if you don't know where you're going to go, and just get a feel for the value of your education. Okay, the good news is STEM students are going to be very happy. Okay, great. Thank you.